Washing. Bathing. Actually, it's just washing. But, you know.
Well, why did the weatherman take a bar of soap to work?
Because it was going to rain?
Because he was expecting showers.
Close enough. All right.
Just make sure he brings his towel.
That would be good. And a change of clothes and, you know, a surround so people don't have to sit there and go, oh, dear. Really? Dude.
Yeah.
Chapter 8. The Levites. How many of them? That's an interesting question. Because surely it wasn't just Aaron and his sons. It was all the Levites. That would have taken a while.
Bathing assembly line?
Or something. The Levites are washed, consecrated, and set apart by the laying on of hands. They are the Lord's in place of the firstborn of every family. They are a gift to Aaron and his sons to do the service of the tabernacle. And the Lord spake unto Moses.
Speak unto Aaron, and saying unto him, when thou lightest the lamps, the 7 lamps shall give light over against the candlestick. I don't know why I died with it one. English.
You know, over against the candlestick, it are the candlestick. That's why they're called lamps. Oh well. And Aaron did so. He lighted the lamps thereof over against the candlestick, across whatever, as the Lord commanded Moses.
And this work of the candlestick was of beaten gold unto the shaft thereof, unto the flowers thereof was beaten work, according unto the pattern which the Lord had showed Moses, so he made the candlestick. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying...
You know, that was...
What?
Just the whole idea of making... beating gold out to a candlestick. What kind of a block of metal did they start with that they were able to beat all of it into a candlestick? And how did they do it? I mean, yeah, I know gold is soft, but...
They probably had a very large block.
Yeah, but they may have had multiple, you know... Take 2 or 3 bars and set them up so they can screw together or, you know, fasten or somehow so that it'll be a certain height. But still, you know, you take a piece of metal and you start pounding on it and you create flares that you can turn into the menorah shape.
Maybe what they did is they started with the block and they drove wedges into each
Yeah.
of where like the arms were supposed to stretch out.
Right.
And then they started to pound those into
Yeah,
the actual
but still,
shape.
just the amazing ability to create that. Talk about a master artisan to be able to do that.
There's a string by the stairs. Why don't you play with him a little?
I gave him grass. He's wanting more grass.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
I'm not giving you any more grass, child.
Our cats like to eat grass as long as they can have a little bit. And this work of the candlestick was of beaten gold unto the shaft thereof and the flowers thereof. Did you read that?
Yes, and
okay.
Moses, Lord spake unto
Okay,
Moses, saying
6. I was not paying attention to the numbers. Take the Levites from among the children of Israel and cleanse them.
And thus
Purify.
shalt thou do unto them to cleanse them, sprinkle water of purifying upon them, and let them shave all their flesh, and let them wash their clothes, and so make themselves clean.
Shave all their flesh.
So that means legs, armpits, chest, everywhere else.
Groin? I'm just... Why? Oh, well. Have to be perfectly clean, I guess. Then let them take a young bullock with his meat offering, even fine flour mingled with oil, and another young bullock shalt thou take for a sin offering.
And thou shalt bring the Levites before the tabernacle of the congregation, and thou shalt gather the whole assembly of the children of Israel together.
And thou shalt bring the Levites before the Lord, and the children of Israel shall put their hands upon the Levites.
And Aaron shall offer the Levites before the Lord for an offering of the children of Israel, that they may execute the service of the Lord. Why is it my brain immediately thought when it... There's been a lot of burning and such, so my brain offered the Levites before the Lord. Coal walking? Or something?
The rite of passage by burning your feet.
Yeah, well...
Wings.
Well, Mythbusters did show that if you're quick and you don't try to dig your souls into the coals,
Yeah,
you can
you
do
don't tense up and curl your toes into which will grab coals and burn you. You can actually walk across the fire.
Reminds me of the Hunger
Pretty easily.
Games. They have wings of fire.
Yep. But yeah, we're not sacrificing the Levites here. We're placing them between God and the people.
12 for you.
And yeah. And the Levites shall lay their hands upon the heads of the bullocks, and thou shalt offer the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering unto the Lord to make an atonement for the Levites.
Wait, that would all of the Levites. So that would mean a line of touch, 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 or crowd of people on them.
Something like that. But I also think
probably would take a long time.
yes, this is not a one-day event.
Absolutely not.
And
Considering they said that they have like, I don't remember what the number was from the last count.
yeah, 600,000 or something.
Yeah.
But
What a day.
But here's the thing. In verse 9 it says, the whole assembly of the children of Israel will lay their hands on them. I want to say that it would be like one representative of a group of people. So like a captain of 50 or a captain of 100 or something, or 1,000, whatever it
A
is.
representative instead of a
Just for
whole.
the sake of not having to do every single
Right.
individual one when you have hundreds of thousands of people.
Right. So you have a few dozen people, each say, in behalf of my group, whatever that is, I lay my hand on you and whatever. So that would make a little more sense, but who knows? Maybe they did it both ways. Okay.
13.
Yeah, I thought that's where we were. And thou shalt set the Levites before Aaron and before his sons, and offer them for an offering unto the Lord.
I placed that image in your brain.
Yes, you did. And that's just like, no, not quite what we're going after here.
Thus shalt thou separate the Levites from among the children of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine.
Yeah, they're being placed before
Set apart.
God to be the representatives of the rest of the tribe of Israel.
They are not going through a trial by fire.
Yeah, they're not getting burned like Molech. And after that shall the Levites go in to do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and thou shalt cleanse them and offer them for an offering.
For they are wholly given unto me from among the children of Israel, instead of such as open every womb, even instead of the firstborn of all the children of Israel, I have taken them unto me.
So instead of when you, like Samuel is a perfect example of it. Samuel, his mom said, if you'll give me a child, I will give that child to the Lord. And so Samuel became the person,
Prophet and in charge of the church.
well, that's
Eventually.
ended up happening, but he was gifted to
The priest.
the priests to be become a worker in the tabernacle. And of course he ended up going on and becoming
Finn's following you.
all
I'm
of
giving
the
this to Lily.
Well, you better do it quickly.
Yeah.
so in this case, because everyone still needed their firstborn in their families, God said, I will take all of the Levites and have them in place of and in behalf of. So a proxy work like we do for all of the people that we do work for in the temple
Baptisms for the dead.
and all the other ordinances.
Well, that just reminded me of, I don't know why, but I just thought of the outtakes from Saturday's Warrior. There's this one scene where one of the missionary actors is supposed to pick up a kid from a skateboard, and he does so, but the skateboard didn't go away, so whenever he drops him, the poor kid trips on the skateboard a little, and then the other missionary says, you killed him, elder, what have you done? And then the first elder says, baptism for the dead, huh?
Anyhow.
The kid was fine, though.
Yes. I remember seeing that. For all the firstborn of the children of Israel are mine, both man and beast. And on the day that I smote every firstborn in the land of Egypt, I sanctified them for myself.
And I have taken the Levites for all the firstborn of the children of Israel.
19.
It's more efficient if I just don't do it.
True.
Yes, 19.
And I have given the Levites as a gift to Aaron and to his sons. Interesting. From the children of Israel.
From among the children of Israel.
Oh, I skipped a word. From among the children of Israel, to do the service of the children of Israel in the tabernacle of the congregation, and to make an atonement for the children of Israel, that there be no plague among the children of Israel. Good grief, how many times do we have to say children of Israel? When the children of Israel come nigh unto the sanctuary.
It reminds me of how often it came to pass repeats in the scriptures.
Yeah.
And Moses and Aaron and all the congregation of the children of Israel to the Levites according to unto all that the Lord commanded Moses concerning the Levites, so did the children of Israel unto them. Can we have a counter, please?
Yes, I'm thinking I'm going to do that.
Do a minor ding every time.
And the Levites were purified, and they washed their clothes, and Aaron offered them as an offering before the Lord. And Aaron made an atonement for them to cleanse them. So, wash their clothes, and Aaron... This is interesting. Admittedly, he's not, sacrificing them on the altar, but he's putting them as an offering before the Lord.
Roberty, you're the one.
Interesting. Anyhow.
And after that went the Levites in to do their service in the tabernacle of the congregation before Aaron and before his sons. As the Lord had commanded Moses concerning the Levites, so did they unto them.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, This is it that belongeth unto the Levites. From 25 years old and upward they shall go in to wait upon the service of the tabernacle of the congregation.
And from the age of 50 years they shall cease waiting upon the service thereof, and shall serve no more.
But shall minister with their brethren in the tabernacle. Ooh, I just thought of something. Hang on. In the tabernacle of the congregation to keep the charge, and shall do no service. Thus shalt thou do unto the Levites touching their charge. That again, okay. Stepping away from this, John the Baptist, his dad was still working in the temple. He could not have been over 50 years old if they had this law and they were using it.
You mean Zechariah?
Yeah. So, well advanced in years.
Might be coming up on 50.
Yeah, he could have been 45 to 50, and I have an itch.
Great knowledge too.
But I have thought for quite some time that
He was maybe 80?
No. That Zacharias couldn't have been 60 because, the average mortality rate was in the 30s. Most people were, dead from sickness, or they got a cut and it went septic or whatever it was. Most people didn't live past 30, and they have somebody who is advanced in years.
Coming up
I
on
mean, his
50.
wife could have been older than him by easily 5 years, but even if she was the same age, she was approaching menopause so that she wouldn't have children anymore. And
We didn't say a prayer.
oh, yes, we didn't.
Oh, well.
We can do that next time. Anyhow, just that is another proof to me that Zechariah, and usually they married like a woman a year younger than them or something, a year or two. So Zechariah could not have been 50. And, they got married when they were
Zacharias.
18 to 20. John the Baptist's parents.
I know, but you said Zechariah instead of Zacharias.
Oh, details. Anyhow, Zacharias.
You haven't watched that movie too much.
No, we haven't.
No, just
English is weird.
There's
I
a
just
lot
didn't.
of names in the Bible, and a lot of them sound very similar.
Yes,
like
and I-
Elijah and Elias.
Can we please let him talk?
Anyhow, I didn't finish the word because I didn't remember his full name. Doesn't matter. I have felt for a very long time that he had to have been between 40 and 50, and that he was approaching an end of life, but he was not really all that terribly old.
Like
and
most people try to depict him as.
they depict them as sometimes late 60s, late 90s. This isn't Abraham, But he was working the tabernacle, and if they followed this law, he would have started at 25 and he was going to end maybe in a couple of years, maybe in the next year. But he was not over 50.
There's
And-
no reason for them to not follow the law, considering Jesus wasn't grown up to
Right.
teach new law.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And he had not had his life and said, okay, it's time to
Move on.
Change.
not follow the same thing. But still, you know, they may have still had 25 to 50 for people in the temple. Who knows? Who cares? The point is, I love that statement right there to say that Zacharias was under 50. So that's cool. Alrighty.
Nice bit of information to learn.
Yes, and a lot of good info about a very long stage of dedication and washing and anointings. I can only imagine, even with how many they had, you can only go through. I mean, maybe they did it by.
Families.
No. Maybe they did it by having Moses take care of Aaron, and then Moses take care of another family, and Aaron take care of another family, and then those families, you know, it snowballed.
Exponential growth.
Right, exponential growth. But, you know, whether or not, it still would have taken a week or two, even if they did snowball it by having the people who had been washed and anointed
Help those.
help the next group of people, and I just dropped my phone. Anyhow, gotta pick it up so I can stop it.
And it would suck if you ran out of supplies.
I'm sure they had plenty of supplies.
Well,
We will see you guys tomorrow, and we will go more into what is the next chapter. Stories about the Passover and the cloud.
right.
So cool. We'll see you tomorrow.
no,
Bye-bye.
it's not a computer cloud. Bye.